Good morning. Welcome to my first YouTube live yoga class this morning because I'll get down here so my head's not being chopped off. Looking forward to this class today, and I was just going to pull up my YouTube stream to see if there's any way I can see comments if they come in live. This is my first time doing this live class on YouTube, so I would love to hear your feedback, and bear with me if for any reason there's hopefully no technical difficulties, but it's the first time here on YouTube, so look forward to it. Thank you for being here, and let's get started. All right. So I've got my little cup of honey lemon water, and it's got a unicorn on it that says "Your Magic," and this cup is probably 3 times the size of a regular coffee cup. It holds a lot of liquid. All right, so I'll set that down by the side. So one thing you might want is a strap, a block or two, and you'll want your intention. So you'll want to make sure to set an intention for your practice today. So as an example intention, here's just one. Everything in my life works now and forever. More. My life works beautifully. So there's one, and so let's go with that. And I'm trying to think if there's any others that might kind of pop out at me. No, let's just go with that. Or you can set your own intention if there's something that works well for you. There is one that I had pulled the other day. It said there's plenty for everyone, including me. So I think that would be kind of appropriate with everyone buying so much toilet paper these days. Well, I don't know if it's everyone. It can't be everyone. It's got to be just a few. Okay, so let's set our intention, whatever that might be for your practice today. And let's come to an easy seated pose here. I really want that to go quiet. I was just trying to pull up chat just in case. Yeah, so I can see chat. So that's good. So if you chat with me, there might be a delay, but I'll definitely be able to see it come in here with me. So that makes me excited. That way I can interact with you being here. All right, so let's come to seated pose on the floor. And we'll take in a deep breath here. In through the nose and exhale out through the nose. And as you breathe, let the breath come in here to the lower belly, and then exhale that breath out. And as you breathe, try to constrict the back of the throat just so that it starts to have an ocean quality breath. Kind of what you would do, the constriction you'd do if you were going to go and fog up a mirror. Inhale in, and exhale out. Good. All right, so we're going to place our hands down by our sides with the fingertips on the mat. We're going to gently start to walk the right hand out toward the right. Inhale the left arm up and overhead, beginning to have a gentle stretch in the left side ribs. You might notice that you'll feel crackle, snap, or pop as you move through these poses, and that's fine. I'm glad to see Miss Yoshi walking through. You might see her tail at the bottom of the screen. Deep inhale here and exhale the other way. So we're going to plant the left hand gently on the mat. The right hand comes up and overhead. Good. And exhale that top arm down. We're going to add a gentle twist. So we've stretched both right and left sides of the ribs. We're going to gently twist to the right, taking the shoulders over toward your right. Nice tall spine here. Another wonderful intention you might have is I am thankful, or I am grateful. I'm grateful for you, that you're here. I'm grateful for YouTube and having the option for live streaming. We're going to switch to the other side. I was listening to another yogini. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. She was saying sometimes life doesn't work out the way we expected it. And so maybe that's where this intention comes into play for us today. My life works beautifully. So just knowing that things happen the way that they are supposed to happen. Breathing in deep here, and then as you exhale, bring the heart back to forward. Okay, we're going to dip the chin down toward the chest. Nice long back of the neck. And then on your next exhale, we'll half moon the crown of our head over and sending our right ear to the right shoulder. Deep breath here. So we're stretching now the left side of our necks. On your next exhale, we'll send the chin back toward the chest, not touching, just toward. And then the left ear toward the left shoulder, stretching the right side of the neck. And it can even get into like the tops of like the shoulder area here. Deep inhale here, and then send the crown of the head up to the sky. Good. All right. We're going to start to warm up the body. So exhale, tuck the chin down, and inhale the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine, and inhale, send the heart forward. So from the side, if I were to demo from the side, so we're rounding the spine back, tucking the chin down, kind of rolling back on those sits bones, opening the back of the spine, and then sending the heart forward. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Heart is lifted up toward the front. No crunching into the back of the neck, so we're keeping the chin slightly tucked here. And then find a neutral spine. We're going to begin to circle all the way around. So we've stretched the sides, the front and back, and we're just going to connect it all. Circling the ribs, the heart center over the pelvis. So with intention, almost like drawing a circle on the mat with your tailbone. Yeah, can you feel that? And then we're going to circle the other way. As you exhale, keep that navel drawing in toward the spine. All right. And then finding neutral. We're going to come up onto hands and knees here. Placing your palms underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, shifting your weight from side to side, shifting the hips from side to side. Yeah. And then finding neutral. Inhaling, sinking the abdomen down. Lifting the crown of the head and the tailbone for cow pose. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin and tailbone under. Let the crown of the head begin to point toward the mat, lengthening the back of the neck, getting into right between the shoulder blades, opening the back of the heart to the sky, cat pose. And inhaling to cow, and then exhaling to cat, taking this at your own breath's pace. And just like we circled our heart over our pelvis, we're going to circle our hips over our knees and shins. So just circling them. Yeah. And then circling the other way. Breathing one direction as you move forward and out. Inhaling the opposite direction as you move outward and back. Or whatever. As long as you sync your breath with your movement, that's what's super important. You're going to tuck the tailbone underneath. Tuck the toes underneath. Make sure those wrists are underneath the shoulders and that you're pressing into the mat at the base of the fingers as well as at the wrist. So you don't want it to all be pressure in the wrists. You want it to go into the fingers as well. So deep inhale, and then as you exhale, you'll tuck the toes under and then send the hips to the sky. And then begin to straighten one leg and then the other. This is walking the dog here. So walk, walk, walk. Good. I'm excited to be here on YouTube with you, live. As you send your heels down toward the mat, they don't have to touch. Your head will hang between your elbows. On your next exhale, you'll look between the hands and step forward all the way up. You can take baby steps, that's okay. You're going to inhale to halfway up and exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees here. Inhale to halfway up slightly with bent knees, and then we're going to come all the way up with a flat back, hinging at the hips. So standing. Good. Awesome. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. My hamstrings are very tight. Inhale to halfway up. We're going to start to warm up the body even more. So plant the hands around the feet. Send that right foot back. Deep inhale as you exhale. Press that front leg into the floor. Bring the hands all the way up. Exhaling out. Inhale at the top. Exhale, bring the hands down around that front foot. Slide the front foot back, meeting in high plank. Your knees are most certainly welcome here if you'd like. Deep inhale and then exhale. Point those toes. Bring the chest and the chin to the mat and then press up to cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes. Press your hips to the sky, meeting back in downward facing dog. Now take your awareness to the base of your fingers, to your knuckles at the base of your fingers. Press them into the mat. Take the pressure off your wrists. Feel the weight through every finger and thumb. Make sure there's space between your fingers here. On your next exhale, you'll look between the hands, walk, step, or jump forward. I'm going to demonstrate baby steps. Inhale up to halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees, coming up with a flat back all the way up to extended mountain with the arms up overhead. So mountain pose is with your hands down by your side. Your feet are just about hip width distance apart here. Knees are soft, so nothing like super like force standing here. But extended mountain, and when I say that, it's with the arms up overhead and the palms are just about shoulder width apart. If I bend my knees here so you can see, shoulder width apart, yeah. So extended mountain. Deep inhale, exhale, swan dive down. Forward folding. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands around the feet. Step back with your left foot. So moving into crescent lunge, make sure first that you have a nice, strong, stable base and that it feels comfortable for you to begin to lift the fingers up. And once you have your feet where you want them so that you can gently lift your fingertips up, You'll bend into that front knee, making sure it doesn't go over the toes. You'll press into the front foot. And then as you exhale, you'll send those arms up to the sky. Good. Breathe here at the top. Feel the stretch in the front left hip flexor. As you exhale, you'll bring those hands down, moving slowly and intentionally through this practice, planting your hands around the front foot, then sliding the front foot back, rolling shoulders back and down, knees come to the mat if you like, pointing the toes, inhaling here, and then exhaling the chest down, chin down, then pressing up to cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes under, pressing the hips up to downward facing dog. So in cobra, only go up as high as you are comfortable. Deep inhale here, walk the dog, exhaling. Another deep inhale like Darth Vader, come on. Take the gaze between the thumbs and walk, step, or jump all the way to the front of the mat. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. So we're moving with intention. So it's not just about getting the poses here. Sweep the arms out nice and wide and act as if you are lifting weights off of the ground with a flat back coming all the way. Touch at the top, hands come to heart center. Inhaling the arms back up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands around the feet, stepping back with your right foot. Nice, deep step back here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, begin to press that front foot into the mat. And then come all the way up to crescent lunge. Inhale here at the top. Exhale the hands behind the sacrum. So we're adding just a little bit more here, stretching the heart open, sending the shoulders away from the ears. Deep inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Raise the arms up overhead. You'll feel the back heel pressing toward the back wall. And then you're going to exhale, sweep those hands down. Plant the hands around the front foot. On your next exhale, you'll slide that front foot back. Yeah. For an additional challenge, which we'll get into later. Let's go ahead and you can stay up on your toes. Or if you want, you can bring your knees back down. So whatever you want. This is for an additional challenge. Lowering down. Point the toes and inhale. When I say you don't have to come up all the way into cobra or very high, what I mean is that you can even just stay here and it really activates the muscles of the low back. So this gives you a strong back here. And then as you exhale even more, you can test the waters and see what feels right for you. So the higher your heart comes away from the mat, the more it becomes an arm workout. And if you press the tops of your feet into the mat, lift your knees away from the mat, this becomes upward facing dog, up dog. Hey, up dog, what's up dog? All right, tuck the toes underneath. And when you go into up dog, then it works even more, the upper arm strength. Make sure those fingers are spread nice and wide here. Send the hips to the sky. Good. Whew, my heels, my calves, stretchy, wetchy. Deep inhale here, take your gaze between the thumbs, step, walk, or jump forward. So once again, I'm just going to demonstrate doing baby steps forward. Inhale to halfway up, exhale, forward fold. Bending knees, sinking the hips. And inhaling, sweeping the arms up nice and wide, palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, planting hands around the feet, stepping back with your left foot. So nice, strong, remember, stable base here because we're going to go up into crescent here. Just a moment. Just make sure your feet are wide enough from each other, like far enough from each other here. Deep breath. Exhale, press that front foot into the mat. Come all the way up. Press the back heel toward the back wall. On your next exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, behind the sacrum. And here, you can switch which thumb is on top. So whichever one you normally put on top, then just switch to the opposite. Send the shoulders away from the ears. Begin to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe the palms of the hands are touching and maybe they don't. On your next exhale, release the hands by your sides. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, sweep the hands down. Good. Plant the hands around that front foot. Slide that front foot back. Roll shoulders back and down. Take the gaze in front of the fingertips, about 2 feet or a meter. And then exhale, lower the body. Point the toes. Inhale to cobra, so peeling the chest away from the floor. Shoulder blades are squeezing together, ears are melting away. Shoulders are melting away from the ears. Tuck the toes under. Press yourself up, hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Good. So just because a yoga practice is slow, mindful, steady, does not mean that it's easy. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, take the gaze to between the thumbs, walk, step, or jump forward. All the way to the front of the mat. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. So just notice your forward folds might be getting a little bit deeper here. Yay, welcome. We're going to bend those knees, sink the hips, and sweep the arms up and overhead. Palms touch, exhale, hands in front of heart center. All right, inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head hang here. Walk the knees back and forth. Grab a block if you have one. Place your left hand on the block. We're going to inhale the right arm up and overhead. So straightening the right leg. You can bend that left knee. So it really starts to get into this right hip. This is definitely a pigeon-y type of day. This is so super tight. It's my left hip, but what you might be feeling is your right hip if you're doing it mirror image. All right, removing the block, sending the hand back down, walking the knees back and forth, planting the hands around the feet, stepping back with your right foot, planting that right heel down, bending into the left knee. So make sure this knee doesn't go over the toes. Deep inhale here, and we're going to exhale, sweep, reverse, cartwheel that right hand up as we meet into warrior two. Good. And start to feel on the right inner thigh here, starting to stretch. On your next exhale, we're going to sweep our arms up overhead and straighten the front leg. Good. Inhaling back to parallel, warrior two. Inhale up. Did I say inhale and inhale? Just sync it with your breath. Maybe you inhale the arms up and exhale down. As you exhale, draw that navel in toward your spine. And here, we're going to lift the front arm to the sky, the back arm to the back leg, reverse warrior. On your next exhale, we're going to cartwheel those hands down, all the way down. We're going to add a different challenge here, if you'd like. So turn on those back toes, send your heels up to the sky, plant your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers nice and wide apart. Deep inhale. As you exhale, draw your front leg back, meeting into high plank. So here, you're welcome to lift your right leg up, keeping it hovered over the floor for an additional challenge. However, you're always welcome to go to knees for a modification. So rolling shoulders back and down, taking the gaze forward, and exhale down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale the hips up. So notice that I'm keeping my right foot nice and high up in the sky, or just as high as I'm comfortable with, going through that whole thing. So that's just an additional modification that you can do for an additional challenge. Now, if your leg is lowered, go ahead and take a deep inhale and exhale, lift the leg to meet me here. On your next exhale, you'll send your right knee toward your nose and inhale out. Exhale in, draw that navel in toward the spine. Inhale out, and exhale in. Inhale out. On your next exhale, we're going to sweep that top leg up and through, planting it between the hands. So if you didn't quite make it, that's okay. Just grab that foot and draw it up between the hands. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, coming up into crescent lunge. You got this. You got it. On your next exhale, we'll bring our hands down around that front foot, kick off of those back toes, and step up, meeting in forward fold. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Notice your forward folds might be getting a little bit deeper. Bending knees, sinking hips. Inhale those arms out nice and wide. Palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. We're going to step back with our right foot and turn both toes forward. So here we are. Hello. I'm going to send our arms out wide. Deep inhale. You can keep your knees bent. Toes can be out to the corners of the mat. And on your next exhale, you'll sweep your left arm to your right foot. You can bend that right knee if you need. Inhaling up and exhaling, right hand to left foot. Bending that knee if you need. Inhaling up. Continuing to do this. So we've done 2 rounds. Let's do 2 more rounds. So one more time on each side here. Oh, got some on my eyeball. All right, good, finally. I heard that pop-a-roo over here in this, in my left hip, but right hip. All right, so we're gonna turn our toes this way. Bring hands to heart center, bend into that front knee, turn on those back toes and step up. Good, yeah. All right, we're gonna inhale the arms up overhead, exhale, swan diving down. Inhale all the way up. Grab a block, because we're gonna do this on the opposite side. So go ahead and grab your block, come back over to the same side. Okay. All right, here, rolling shoulders up and back and down. Feel those shoulder blades sliding back and down. And inhale the arms up, press your feet into the mat. Feel your heels trying to spread the mat away from each other, and the balls of the toes, the balls of the feet, squeezing the mat together. On your next exhale, you'll draw your navel in toward your spine. Squeeze the pelvic floor in. Good, inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, draw the navel in toward the spine, and release. And one more time, inhaling deep and exhaling. Squeezing those energy locks in our bodies and release. On your next exhale, you'll sweep the hands down. All right, begin to walk the knees back and forth. And we're going to take that block, placing it underneath the right shoulder. Plant the right hand down. Begin to sweep the left arm up overhead. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. Yeah, good. Feels nice. Stretching into this hip. Ooh, yeah, I feel it all the way even down into my calf. Nice job. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I've been practicing yoga since 2000. And I got my teacher certification 2017, I think. Deep inhale. Exhale that hand down. I so enjoy teaching, I really do. All right, coming here into forward fold. Inhale to halfway up. Really feel your hands pressing into your legs, you're using the shoulder strength to elongate your spine away from the hips. Exhale down, plant the hands around the feet, slide the left foot back. Bending into the front knee. Ooh. All right. Deep inhale here as we exhale, press into that front foot. And draw the arms up overhead. Press the back heel toward the back wall. On your next exhale, bring those hands down. Plant the hands around the feet. We're going to plant the back heel down. So this time the heels are going to be in one line. We're going to inhale this left arm forward and reverse cartwheel up as we meet into warrior two on the other side. Very nice. Good job. So bend into the front knee and just make sure that your knee doesn't go over the toes here. So we just want to make sure that we can also see your big toe on the inside of this thigh. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Breathe here in this warrior two pose. Arms are parallel to the floor. You can even take your drishti or your gaze forward over your front middle finger, just somewhere at some imaginary point in the far distance. On your exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor and the navel in toward the spine. Then on your next exhale, begin to raise the arms up, straighten the front leg, and inhale back. Can you hear your heartbeat here? Mine's definitely elevated. Are your shoulders trying to come up higher to your ears when you bring your arms up? Are they like, see if you can relax them down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there. All right. Dropping the back hand to the back leg, raising the front arm up and overhead. Reverse warrior. Feel your back heel pressing into the mat. Ooh, mama, this front thigh is firing off. All right, on your next exhale, we're going to cartwheel the hands back down, around that front foot, moving with intention here. So not just swinging our arms in the air, but acting as if our arms are weighted. We have weights around our wrists, for example, or our legs. Deep inhale here, slide that front foot back. Now remember, if you would like an additional challenge here, you can lift the left leg. You don't need to do that. You can still come to your knees if you like. All right, deep inhale here. As you exhale, chaturanga down, lower the body. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, press the hands into the mat, lift the hips to the sky. Breathe, meeting in downward facing dog. Now you may notice you need to walk your hands back just a little bit. If both feet are down, go ahead and inhale the left leg up to the sky, meeting me here. Good, nice job. On your next exhale, we'll draw that left knee toward the nose. Draw the navel in toward the spine on every exhale. Inhale the leg out. Even squeeze that pelvic floor. Good. And here we're going to sweep that top leg up, shift the shoulders forward over the wrists. Plant the foot between the hands just as much as possible. So if you didn't make it, that's okay. Just grab that foot, bring it up. Deep inhaling. And as you exhale, press into the front foot. And draw the arms up for our final crescent lunge here. On your next exhale, we're going to bring those arms down and around the front foot. Shift the weight forward, kick off of those back toes. Good. Meeting in forward fold. Y'all are awesome. You are awesome. Awesome, awesome. Shake the head from side to side. Nod the head, yes. Yes, I am awesome. Yes, you are awesome. I know. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Really get into this here. So feel your arches lifting. Press your heels into the mat. The balls of the feet into the mat. Sweep the arms up and out, coming up with a flat back. Straightening the legs into extended mountain pose. Here we are. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Good. All right. So go ahead and take it down to the mat. Oh, time flies when you are having fun. So go ahead and take it down. We're going to extend the legs out long. You can use your strap if you like to place it around the balls of your feet. Nice tall spine here. Deep inhale and exhale, send the heart forward. I'm so glad you're here. All right, releasing the strap. We're going to bend the left knee up, taking it over the right knee. So take the ankle over the right knee. So now we kind of got this semi-cross leg type thing going on. And we're going to turn, twisting our chest over to the left, sending the hand back, the left hand back behind the body. So the fingers can be pointed away from the body here. Those front toes are pointed up toward the sky. The heart is lifted. Now you can keep this elbow hugging the knee, or you can hook the elbow around with the fingertips pointed up toward the sky. But make sure that if you move into this modification, that your heart is lifted, your spine is straight, naturally straight, and the crown of the head is reaching toward the sky. There's no sinking into the back or discomfort here. On your next exhale, release. Extend both legs out long. Taking the strap again, maybe using it for our staff pose practice. Very good. All right, and then drawing the right leg up, taking that right foot, crossing it over the left knee, hugging that right knee. Thank you, knee. And then turning the shoulders out toward the right. Placing your right hand back behind the body, fingertips pointing away from the body. Breathing deep here. Breathing, feel the ribs expanding here. And keeping this elbow hugging that knee, or you can hook the elbow on the outside with the fingers pointed up toward the sky. Nice tall spine. Make sure that extended leg, the toes are pointed up to the sky also. Good. I am going through a cleanse called the Prime Cleanse. I'm in stage 2. I've lost 7 pounds on it. I'm not trying to lose weight. It's just a spontaneous weight loss. And they say through it you might get acne or breakouts, or I had a sty come out of my eye in stage 1, and then now I've got a pimple here on my chin. Yay, pimples. So I'm grateful for the cleanse. I think it's a beautiful thing that's helped me reach my goal weight. All right, without having to do any restrictive dieting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come on down, rolling down all the way to the mat. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Shift the knees from side to side. Exhale the feet up to the sky. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath the ribs, and go ahead and glide your hands down your legs. So reach up just as far as you can. Lightly place the hands on the legs. So this is just encouraging the lymphatic system, reducing cellulite. Make sure to get the inner thigh behind the legs. Yeah. Maybe if you're like me and sit down quite a bit during the day working at a computer, here too on the sits bones. You can actually feel a connection with your sits bones here. Yeah, very nice. All right. Hugging those knees back into the chest, rocking them once again from side to side, and then drawing a circle with the knees. Breathing in. Inhaling and exhaling, circling the other way. Beginning to close the eyes here. Or having a soft gaze. And then when you're ready, you can grab a bolster, blanket, pillow, placing it under the knees and extending your legs long over that if you'd like. If you do, it helps to reduce arching in the back. So if you have an arch back here as you extend your legs long, you can reduce that by putting a pillow or some sort of cushion underneath the knees. The heels are just about shoulder width apart, and just let your toes just relax out to the side. Just blah. No controlling, just allowing those toes to roll out to the side. Take your awareness to your shoulder blades and tuck them underneath the body, allowing the heart to open to the sky. Then your palms will be out to the sides with palms face up. Your arms are about at a 45-degree angle away from the body. And begin to let your body melt into the mat, scanning for any tension or tightness that you have. The back of the head, the neck, the jaw, the eyes. You can even get something and cover your eyes. The backs of the shoulders, shoulder blades, and mid-back, low back, the back of the pelvis, the sacrum and tailbone, both hips and thighs, calves, and heels. Take your awareness to your natural breath and begin to just follow your breath. And if your mind starts to think about other things, just acknowledge what's happening, become aware, and then take your awareness back to your breath and observe your natural breath for the next few moments here in silence. Beginning to bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggling fingers and toes, stretching the arms overhead. Rolling over to your favorite side. And pressing up, all the way up to seated. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. The divine light and grace that is in me recognizes the divine light and grace that is in you. Namaste. awesome practice. Thank you so much. My next class is on Thursday afternoon, evening time at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. Tomorrow, April the 15th, I do have a class on Twitch. So I live stream classes on both Twitch and YouTube, and I would love to have you at both. And right now I'm still kind of just like seeing what is the best time that works for the most students. And so if you'd like to be my student, please send me a message, say hi. I have my email address is graceyogalife@gmail.com. You can send me a message, or I have a website. You're always welcome to visit me. graceyoga.net is my website. And then, so I'd love to know like where you're at in your yoga journey. If you have questions, you're always welcome to ask on the chat here, and I'd be happy to help, happy to answer questions, and be with you through your yoga journey. Yeah. So, thank you. Have a wonderful day.